Last week, the Nets acquired James Harden from a record-breaking trade where they gave up numerous assets for him, and now the Nets have Harden, Durant, and Irving all on the same team. Despite only playing 2 games together though, counting last night's game against the Heat, the new-look Nets have seemed to have some major flaws against the teams they have played so far. So what is wrong with the Nets right now, and how could they fix this problem? Because the Nets should be easily dominating, but they lost 2 of the 3 current games. Let's find out. What's going on YouTube? It's your boy C3, back with a lit video for you guys, cause you know I only drop the best content out here. Sorry for the lack of uploads lately guys, I've been back to school and I've been extremely busy with homework, but I'll try my best to post weekly still on Sundays. Thank you for your guys' patience, and of course if you're new here and enjoy the videos, please hit the like and subscribe button, since it always gets me a step closer to the big 1,000 subscribers and motivates me to make more videos for you guys. It only takes 1 click, so hit it right now, and I really appreciate the support. Other than that, let's get straight into today's video. Let's get it! So let's talk about the trade first and who the Nets had to give up for Harden. In one of my previous videos around a couple months ago, I was exploring the possibility of Harden going to the Nets, but Nets would have had to give up a significant amount of pieces for him. This is basically what happened, since the Nets had to give up Caris LeVert, Jarrett Allen, Taurean Prince, and 4 first-round picks, along with 4 pick swaps, all to Houston, which is honestly a lot, but at the same time, they kept their important pieces. The Rockets quickly traded away the 3 Nets players though, and the Cavs ended up acquiring Jarrett Allen and Taurean Prince for Dante Exum, Don Maker, Yogi Ferrell, and a 2nd-round pick, which was a steal for the Cavs. And the Rockets sent LeVert to Indiana for Oladipo. On paper, I believe this trade was pretty good for everyone, since the Nets got their 3rd superstar without giving up Spencer Dinwiddie. The Rockets acquired another star in Oladipo, the Pacers received a young, promising player in LeVert, and the Cavs got 2 solid players, but the keyword to the Nets deal is that it's only good on paper and only for now, and here's why. What you don't realize is even though this deal is good for the Nets currently, it comes at a very high risk, since the Nets are basically throwing their whole future away just to win now, which could all be for nothing if Irving, Durant, and Harden don't get along well. You have to remember, all 3 of them are known to be the most ball-dominant players in the league, and even though Harden showed he was able to be the playmaker on the team in his first 3 games, things could change quickly if the chemistry breaks, because all 3 of their egos are very big also. Basically, the deal could be a time bomb going off, and could honestly destroy the Nets franchise for many years to come. If you think about it, it isn't the first time the Nets have done this. Back in 2013, the Nets traded for Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Jason Terry, and a 1st-round pick for a whole bunch of picks, which resulted in being James Young, Jaylen Brown, and Jason Tatum. The Celtics got 2 superstars from that deal, but the Nets suffered immensely afterwards, since they got Garnett, Pierce, and Terry, who were already way past their primes, and Brooklyn barely clinched the 8th seed that year. Afterwards, they traded away Garnett and Pierce, and this deal haunted them for years, which could happen again right now. So chemistry is one of the major flaws that could prevent this team from winning a championship, but let's talk about the next problem that's holding them back right now. As you can guess, since the Nets gave up Jarrett Allen, Caris LeVert, and Taurean Prince, their defense is one of the biggest problems now, since they gave up an excellent paint defender in Allen and solid wing defenders in Prince and LeVert. This has been seen in the games against the Cavs and the Heat, where the Nets defense looked terrible, considering Sexton went off for 42 points in the win against the Nets, and yesterday, Bam went off for 41. I don't think it's a coincidence that both of them went off, which shows the Nets defense is just pathetic and needs a lot of improvements. They essentially only have DeAndre Jordan guarding the paint, since their backup center Reggie Perry is just a rookie in his first year, and as a result, is extremely inexperienced and has a lot to learn. Furthermore, the Nets are so desperate on the defensive end that they have Jeff Green guarding the opponent's big men too, and their defense on the wing is just as bad. But their biggest problem on defense is their lack of effort at times. After watching all 3 Nets games, I noticed that the Nets players would just look like they didn't care at times and take their time getting back on defense. For example, for a couple possessions, if the Nets players didn't get the foul they wanted, they would just get frustrated and slowly get back on defense, which led to a 5-on-4 opportunity for the opponents. Additionally, they just made sloppy mistakes such as miscommunications, and players like Sexton would just blow by their defenses. In the paint as well, Bam just destroyed the Nets, which meant that DeAndre Jordan has to step it up. This shows that it's something that the Nets need to address, since good defense is always resulted from putting in as much effort as possible, as seen the best defenders in the league such as Beverly, Kawhi, and Gobert, where they are always active and pesky. If the Nets can fix their defensive struggles by either just signing better free agent defenders, making a stronger defensive system, and have their players try harder, they'll potentially be a finals bound team since their firepower on the offensive end is already there. Believe me, in the games I watched, the Nets were absolutely ridiculous, and against the Heat last night, they shot 52% from 3 as a team at one point. But what do you think? Do you think that if the Nets can maintain or strengthen their chemistry and be more proficient on defense, that they could be another upcoming super team to watch out for? Let me know in the comment section about what you guys think of the Harden trade and whether or not the Nets will win the 2021 NBA Championship. I'll be having more time now to edit, so I should be able to pull together and post a video every Sunday for you guys, so stay tuned. But until next time, AC3 out!